One of the many buzz phrases in today's American politics is that there should be a separation of church and state. This is usually stated when a politician has strong religious beliefs and votes the way they believe. But interesting enough, that phrase is never found in the Constitution, or the Declaration for that matter. So, where did it come from? And if it's not in any of our major documents, why do we make such a big fuss about it? While the origin of the phrase would come later, the American idea of the church state separation began with Roger Williams, the founder of Rhode Island. He believed that mixing of the powers between church and state would corrupt both of them, hence why he called for a wall or hedge of separation. The intention of his colony was to allow the freedom of worship for anyone within his borders. This value spread through the other colonies and became a core issue of concern as the colonies were becoming their own independent nation. Growing concerned that their minority position in this new nation might make them a target, the Danbury Baptist Association sent a letter to Thomas Jefferson voicing their concern. Jefferson had already been working with James Madison to ensure the freedom of religion would not be obstructed by the government, so he sent the following letter to calm their fears. The letter from which we get the iconic phrase we use today. To Messrs. Nehemiah Dodge, Ephraim Robbins, and Stephen S. Nelson, a committee of the Danbury Baptist Association in the state of Connecticut. Gentlemen, the affectionate sentiments of esteem and approbation which you are so good as to express towards me on behalf of the Danbury Baptist Association give me the highest satisfaction. My duties dictate a faithful and zealous pursuit of the interests of my constituents, and, in proportion as they are persuaded of my fidelity to those duties, the discharge of them becomes more and more pleasing. Believing with you that religion is a matter which lies solely between man and his God, that he owes account to no other for his faith or worship, than the legitimate powers of government reach actions only, not opinions. I contemplate with sovereign reverence that the act of the whole American people, which declared that their legislature should make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, thus building a wall of separation between church and state. Adhering to this expression of the supreme will of the nation in behalf of the rights of conscience, I shall see with sincere satisfaction the progress of those sentiments which tend to restore to man all his natural rights, convinced he has no natural right in opposition to his social duties. I reciprocate your kind prayers for the protection and blessing of the common Father and Creator of man, and tender you for yourselves and your religious association assurances of my highest respect and esteem. Thomas Jefferson, January 1st, 1802. Now, to be fair, the founders were well acquainted with the Anglican Church and the state working together, as they had seen also in history with Roman Catholicism and the emperors. But it seems in this new nation that they were developing, they were more concerned about the state taking control that didn't belong to it. So the next time someone brings up the separation of church and state as an argument why a politician with religious beliefs shouldn't be allowed to have a voice, let's at least be thankful that we live in a country that allows this person to have that wrong opinion, so that way, no matter who comes in power, the rights of every American stay intact.